and welcome to another Retrocast Extra. This is Lee Garbett of godisageek.com, and once again I'll be looking at two games that have recently found themselves on the Wii U's Virtual Console service. First up is Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES. Released in Europe in 1989, its history is as famous as the game itself. To cut a long story short, Nintendo of Japan followed up the original Super Mario Bros. With a very similar sequel for the Japan-only Famicom Disk System attachment. Nintendo of America decided that this game was too hard and too similar to the first game, so they rebranded an existing Japanese game named Doki Doki Panic, replacing this game's unknown heroes with Mario, Luigi, Toad and the Princess. It's this rebrand that actually defines a lot of Mario elements that we know and love. This game introduced popular enemies like the Shy Guys and Birdo, and also reinforced Luigi's unusual physics when compared to Mario's, at least in regards to his slipperiness and unusually high floaty jumps. As you would expect, it's drastically different from many other Mario games, especially when dealing with enemies, as you can no longer stomp on them. Instead, you must pick up objects including root vegetables or even other enemies and throw them around. Now, because of its history, Super Mario Bros. 2 doesn't quite get the respect it deserves in my opinion. It is a better sequel than the so-called Lost Levels, and it's a game that holds up far better than most would have you believe. On the Wii U, it's definitely worth a buy if you want something a little different from the usual Mario game. Our second and final game that I'll be covering this week is the seminal Super Metroid. Available as part of Nintendo's Famicom 30th anniversary, this game is currently on sale for a month at the low price of 30p, and it would be worth purchasing it even if the price was 100 times more than that. It's that good. It's an unusually tense and creepy game than you'd otherwise expect from a Nintendo first-party game, but it's one of the best games ever made. As bounty hunter Samus Aran, you find yourself on the planet Zebes as you hunt down a stolen Metroid lava that was found at the end of Metroid 2. What follows is an adventure of exploration on a massive scale, with some awesome unlockable abilities and a heap of absolutely cracking boss fights. And even 20 years later, Super Metroid is still an amazing experience as it always was, with the urge to search every nook and cranny of Zebes still going strong. It feels like every inch of this game has been thought out, with some impressive little details in the environment, such as the wildlife that if you look closely are actually teaching you some of the game's more advanced moves, or even some of the early parts of the game that actually take place in Mother Brain's chamber from the original Metroid. Honestly, at 30p you have no excuse not to buy this, even if you have bought the game before.